Hello everyone, and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jacob Wicker, and today we're at Rocket Arena on the campus of Salem State University as the Headers girls hockey team takes on the Masconomet Chieftains. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bring you MHS Sports on MHTV. And stay tuned to the end of the game for this Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Welcome everyone to this Wednesday night matchup between your Marblehead Headers and the visiting Masconomet Chieftains. Masco comes into tonight with a 4-10-2 record. You see the puck drop here at 7 ice. Chieftains start to push it into Marblehead zone. In their last matchup, Masco played Leominster Blue Devils. Result of that game was 2-2. And either the second side for the Chieftains of the season. This is Viola Fazio with the puck. She tries to make a cross ice pass here, and that will get called for the icing call. Masco's ranked number 27 in Division II hockey. Just one spot ahead of your Marblehead Headers. And just a tenth of a point separating these two teams in division rankings. There we go. Good work there by the Headers defense as they push out. This is Nola Conley there. She pushes into the Chieftains zone. Puck push up against the boards here. Now taken into space there by Kayla Dulac as she gets a pass across the center of the ice. No connection there in front. Now we see the Chieftains push out. No call there as they come in through the neutral zone. Out in front, comes through the slot. Shot there, saved by Ferrazio. Great opportunity there for the Chieftains, but Nola Ferrazio shuts it down. She gets the blocker save. A puck coming in behind by Nola Conley. She spins it around the boards here, looking for teammate Layla Dulac, but unable to get the clearance there. Shot sent on towards net. Blocked there in front by Nola Conley again. She now looks to send out the boards, get a pass in there, and that one's touched across to the neutral zone. Layla Dulac giving chase here. Possession now picked up by Schumacher of the Chieftains, and now she'll dump one in through the neutral zone. Gloved down by the defensive Marblehead. This is Gwen Potter on it as she pushes into the Chieftain zone. She sends a pass that comes across the center of the ice here. Kept in here by Marblehead. Chieftains get a clearance here. Now we'll see Ava DeCourcy as she spins and finds her teammate on the near side. This is Reese Fabrizio. And Gwen Potter finds a pass on her left side. She sends a wrister towards the net. That's across the goal there. Comes back into Gwen Potter's side on the left side. Her wrister comes across. Unable to put it on target there. In depth for the Chieftains tonight is a sophomore goalie, Gabby Chuli. She faced a couple shot opportunities there from Gwen Potter's stick, but Gwen unable to put those on target. And now she'll work it out of her defensive zone. Clean kept in there by Ella as she sends one towards net, and that's Nola Ferrazio just wrapping that up for the face-off. About 12 and a half minutes remaining here in the first period. As I was mentioning, just a tenth of a point separating these two teams in Division II power rankings. Marblehead ranked number 28 with a record of 5-11-2. That face-off is won by Marblehead. They push it through. They get the clearance now. Amelia Russo with a good poke check there. She dislodges that. And now she picks up possession here in her defensive zone. Works it over to her defensive teammate, Ava Bond. Ava Bond getting the start tonight. Now we see Marblehead pushing through. Amelia Russo, she sends a pass in towards, or shot towards net. That's gloved down there by Chuli. In their last game on the 9th, Marblehead came out with victorious with a 4-3 win down in Hyannis against the Barnstable Redhawks. Face-off zone one there, shot there, another glove save by Chuli. That was a freshman defenseman for the Headers, Jane Waldman. Ten under 12 minutes right here in the first period. And we will switch face-off zones here. Face-off puck, won by Marblehead. Comes around the boards, and Chieftains able to push this out. Now cleaned up here by Vera Conley. She's pressured by 3 red jerseys. She's able to get this into the neutral zone. Puck exchanges here before Vera Conley picks that up. She's pushing through the neutral zone, comes across the blue line. Puck down her left side. She takes contact with the Chieftain defenseman coming across, and this one is sent long. We'll see an icing called. Gwen Potter wins that face-off. She sends that one back, but good poke check there by the Chieftains. They're able to dislodge that and get that out. Clearance. Marblehead looking to force some turnovers here in the neutral zone. Chieftains send this one in deep, and they'll get the exchange. Now Marblehead picking up possession, working through their defensive zone. This is Gwen Potter with it on her left side. She passes it off the boards, looks for the centering pass in front shot there. Vera Conley unable to get the stick behind that. That one's set long by the Chieftains, and we'll see another icing call. Take a moment to acknowledge our senior captains for Masco. Number 7, Maddie Dupuy. Number 17, Kaylee Ford. And number 18, Bella Malloy. Puck drop there, won by Marblehead. Quick shot put on net there. But no challenge for Gabby Trulia. She just wraps that up, and we'll see another fit puck drop. .10:27 here in the first period. Looks like we got the clocks fixed here on the left side. That'll make things a little bit easier. Face-off draw is won by the Chieftains, and they're now pushing out, but good turnover won there by Lillian. Now the Chieftains push forward. They find a pass across here. Puck here and comes through the slot. High slot shot. Put on. Nola Ferrazzo is able to stick save there. She pushes that one into the boards. That's Ava Bond as she finds her teammate. Comes out here to Samantha Conley. She sends her wrister on net, but that is blocked down by the Marblehead defense, and now they'll push out. Coming to the neutral zone. Puck stolen away here by the Chieftains. That's number 19, Elizabeth Schumacher. Amelia Russo turns on it here. See a transition here with her defensive teammate. Now that's Addie Copeeps picking it up. She leaves it for a defenseman. Comes in here. First wrister. She finds the back of the net there. That's Paige Waldman. Paige Waldman takes possession, comes into the offensive zone. Puck on her right side. Her wrister gets past Gabby Trulia. We break up the scoring here with 9.5 minutes. Go. And the Headers take the early 1-0 lead. Goal scored by number 18, Jade Waldman for the Headers. Officials clarifying some stuff there before we see the face-off draw here at center ice. 9.5 minutes here in the first period. Marblehead leading 1-0. Puck tangled up here along the boards before that comes free. Marblehead throws it back in deep here. That's Layla Dulac. She gets the centering pass, so that will come through the slot here. Chieftains picking it up. They try to work out a defensive zone. Marblehead putting pressure on again, and Gabby Trulia will just wrap this up. Marblehead with a lot of pressure on the Chieftains' defense. Forcing turnovers here along their blue line. Just under 9 minutes here in the first period. Potter with the face-off win. That comes into the high slot. Pushed out by the Chieftains. They come down through center ice. Looking to make a move here, but good poke check there by Cassandra Aceto. And now this one sent all the way in behind. Nola Conley there tries to get a wrister sent in front. Blocked down the defensive headers, and now they'll push out. Puck tangled up here along the blue line. This is Gwen Potter fighting for it. Puck bouncing here. Potter comes out of there. She comes out of that scrum. She tries to get a pass through. She's down on her knees. She hits the ice now. Still tied up underneath her. Good work by Avery Corsi. She's able to pin that against the boards. Now Gwen Potter. Her centering pass. She sends this towards the goal. It's stick save there by Truly. Chiefs are looking to pass out from behind the net here, and they finally get the clearance they were looking for. Now Maddie Dupuy looks to push forward. Good defense work by the headers there as they tangle them up along the blue line, allowing their defenseman to get back into position. And Gwen Potter taking possession here. She works out of her own zone. Puck taken away there by the Chieftains. Coming across center ice here. That's Haley McNamee. She just dumps this in for Amelia Russo to pick up possession. We'll see the exchange. 7.5 minutes here in the first period. Viola Fazio. Puck taken away there by Molly Aruthazik. Now Ava Bond takes possession. She's challenged by a couple Chieftains wingers. Poke checks on there from Viola Fazio. She gets tied up. Chieftains trying to get a centering pass. They do. Lillian Wilkins picks that up, and she sends the clearance forward. Marblehead putting the pressure on. Wilkins picking up the turnover. She's one-on-one. Poke check there. She gets it on the right side. Tripped up in the slot. We'll see the delayed penalty called. And there's the whistle. Good work by Lillian Wilkins as she forced that turnover around center ice. Gets in behind the defense of the Chieftains and forces that penalty. And now Marblehead with the power play here in the first period. Looking to keep the pressure on. That's Isabella Lynn for the Chieftains called in the penalty. And Marblehead's power play unit will get a chance here. Face-off won by Gwen Potter. That's Addie Copeep. She sends it around for Amelia Russo, but that's not enough behind that. Chieftains pick up possession. They're going to try to get a clearance here, but kept in by Addie Copeeps. Now into Amelia Russo. She sends it over to Waldman. Amelia Russo punches one forward. Waldman picks it up. She throws one forward. Picked up by Cassandra Aceto, but the Chieftains able to get a clearance here. And that's sent all the way down. And Amelia Russo picking up possession here. A minute and a half left in the power play. Russo coming through center. She finds her teammate Aceto. Aceto sends a shot forward. Off the back of the boards, picked up by Copeeps. She sends it back for Waldman. Waldman throws one forward, body in front, backhand, second shot, another rebound, opportunity. Wrapped up by the Truly there. Good opportunity for the headers of the power play. That was the senior captain, Paige Waldman. Seeing that she had blockers in front, throwing that one on net, getting the rebound. Looked like they might have the backhand opportunity, but Truly wraps it up. Face-off one there by the headers. Little miscommunication allowing the Chieftains to get the clearance. Now they look to push forward with the shorthand with speed. That's Maddie Dupuy. She throws a shot on force loose, but ultimately wrapped up, and we'll see the face-off given. Just under 6 minutes here in the first period. Just under a minute left on the power play for the headers. Face-off draw won by the headers, sent in behind. That's Vera Conley. She works it out behind her own net. Found a teammate there. Her sister, actually, Nola Conley, gets thrown down and shot deep. Comes in, but no challenge for Ferrazio as Amelia Russo picks up possession. Vera Conley here. Chieftains doing a good job on the power kill as they send another one in deep here, wasting another few seconds. 20 seconds here on the power play. Sent in behind by Avery DeCourcy. Headers look to find a long pass here to Wilkins. Unable to connect there. The Chieftains picking up possession here. 10 seconds here on the power play. Looking to get an exchange here. Marblehead able to work with transition. They push through the blue line. Few seconds remain here. That's Paige Waldman. She's taking up her shot. Blocker save there. Wilkins picks it up behind the net. She tries to get a centering pass, but the Chieftains able to work it forward. Now Waldman steps up. She dislodges that. But the Chieftains were coming out. Wilkins swept up there, but we'll see another delayed penalty there. Headers with possession as Wilkins knocks that down. And there's the penalty there. 4.5 minutes. Marble with back-to-back power play here. Penalty there on number 24 for the Chieftains. Ella Bevilacqua. Bevilacqua. Good play from Lillian Wilkins tonight. The 7th grader earning 2 power plays. Face off one by Potter. On to Amelia Russo. She plays with it. Bounces one into Potter. Potter gets a centering pass. Copeeps tried to get the backhand on there. Back to Copeeps, and she steps up. She'll leave it on the point. Waldman throws one forward. Deflection from Copeeps. And Chieftains send one in behind. Amelia Russo picks up possession. She sends one back in. Potter tied up along the boards. Pass comes up to Copeeps. Copeeps sends one forward. That's blocked in front. And Chieftains able to get the clearance here. Turnover there for Frazio there. Short-handed opportunity for Dupuy. And Marble's just going to throw this one forward to save that opportunity. And the icing's called. Unfortunate turnover from Ferrazzo there. She kind of just passes it to the Chieftains. And Marblehead had to clear it from their own defensive zone here on the power play. This is Kayla Koss wins that power they play, or that face-off there for the Chieftains. Tied up along by Amelia Russo along the boards. That comes out. She comes out with it. Minute left here in the power play as Russo finds a teammate through center ice. It's Viola Fazio. She sends one in behind. She chases the puck in along the boards. Cleared here by the Chieftains. 45 seconds left on the power play. We see Vera Conley work her way back. 3 minutes remaining here in the period. Vera Conley passes to Wilkins. Wilkins earns the blue line onto the right side. She finds her Copeeps on the run. There Copeeps along. She tries the sliding pass. Unable to get stick on there. She Noel Conley working there. Paige Waldman dumps one in. We see Aceto here giving chase. About 10 seconds remaining on the power play as the Chieftains don't want to dump one in through center ice. Waldman steps up. She sends up centering pass here. And the Chieftains successfully kill another power play here. Gwen Potter winning possession here along center ice as that's wrapped up along the boards. Chieftains dislodge that and they send this one forward. Ferrazio able to just stick this to her teammate here, Paige Waldman. And this one's cleared long for an icing. Just over 2 minutes here in the first period. Marblehead Headers leading 1-0. Face-off tied up on that puck drop. Unable to get the clearance there. Good works by Bevilacqua. And now we see Avery DeCourcy come through some speed. On her right side, she's alone in the slot. Her wrister sticked away by Chulula. Centering pass comes in here. Fazio in the slot. Her shot saved by Gabby Chulula. Another good offensive opportunity there for the Headers. Marblehead looking quick tonight. A lot of decisive decision making. leading to some early offensive opportunities. Face-off won by Potter there. She's done a great season so far in the face-off circle. Definitely look like she's going to have a long, successful career here with the headers as the Chieftains come into the header zone. Puck tied up along the boards. That center and back comes all the way through. Ferrazio able to stick that away, but still coming through. Another dumped in by the Chieftains. They had a couple jerseys in front, but this set one up along the boards. Chieftains still able to keep that in. Centering pass comes along. Looked like it connected there in the pass. Now the Marblehead able to work this way out. Conley in centerpiece. She dumps it. She finds her teammate Potter. Potter gets it on her right side. Chieftains pick up that loose puck down. They're working through center ice. Little left side, dislodged by Conley there. Vera Conley, she sends this up along the boards. And Marblehead looking to get the exchange here. And the whistle sounds for an icing here with 46 seconds remaining in the first period. Face-off one, early shot attempt there, but Nolan Ferrazzo is able to get the blocker and push that one out. Pass comes all the way along the point here. Tied up along the boards. Centering pass comes behind the net, all the way to the other side. That's Leanna Magnus. She gets a pass all the way through. She finds the Chieftain on the other side. Centering pass comes through. Good save by Nolan Ferrazzo there. She works across the crease. Able to get in front of that and wrap that up with her body. As Masco found the centering pass there, we're able to get a stick behind that. But good work by Ferrazzo as she works across. Absorbs that shot. 22 seconds here in the first period. Wilkins gets some possession. Puck comes down. This is Waldman. She looks to find her teammate here, Cassandra. Comes up along the boards. Marblehead fighting. They force another turnover here in center ice. That's Cassandra. She sends a pass in front. 7 seconds remaining here in the first period. Wrapped up by Chula. Chuli. Sophomore Fazio wins this faceoff. Tries to get the pass back to Amelia Russo. She's unable to keep a stick on that. And that will sound for the first period, with the score of Marblehead 1, Masco 0. We would like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. We'll be back with second period action right after this. And welcome back to second period action here. This is puck drops. Your Marblehead Headers leading 1-0. That goal coming off the stick of the 8th grader Jane Waldman. This play resumes here in the Chieftain zone. Puck picked up here in the high slot. Shot there, stick save by Truly. Good opportunity by Marblehead center, Fazio. She stepped up in the high slot there, got the wrister on net. Truly had a good opportunity after leading that first goal that came off Waldman's stick. She stepped up and made quite a few saves since then. Now the Chieftains able to push this into the header zone. We see Amelia Russo work her way back. She finds her teammate Conley there. Amelia Russo tries to send a cross-court pass, but that's just intercepted there by the Chieftains. An endangered opportunity there. They picked that up in the slot, able to keep this in the header zone. Comes all the way around. That wrister's blocked from Bevilacqua before sent out by the headers, and it comes all the way back around by the Chieftains. Chieftains doing a good job of putting pressure here in the defensive zone of the headers. Similar to what the headers did to them all first period. Now we see a couple people go down there, and this one's dumped into the corner here. Headers will take this opportunity to get an exchange. And now offside's called here. Is Conley unable to get back there after the puck was pushed over the blue line. .13 minutes remaining here. You see the freshman in the face-off circle, Gwen Potter there. She wins this back into the defenseman. Puck cupped in here by Waldman. Sent in there for Conley to chase. Samantha Conley able to get the clearance there. She finds her teammate here on the point. Now the Chieftains working through the neutral zone. It's Paige Waldman giving chase. Good stick poke check there by Amelia Russo. She dislodges that puck, and now the header's able to work through center ice here. This is Waldman. Waldman on the right side. She's coming through the slot here. She gives a centering pass. That gets through the crease. Chieftains on that. Amelia Russo tries to step up and keep that in, and now we'll see Conley giving chase. Good poke check there by Potter. The Chieftains send this one across. Nothing there. They're able to keep this one in. Noel Conley spins on that. She gets the clearance. She steps up the blue line here, and she's working to keep possession back. She's worked with Laura Dolan there, and Dolan gets a pass in deep to Wilkins. 12 minutes here in the second period. Chieftains with possession as they're working out of their own defensive zone. Header's able to force the turnover. Good work by DeCourcy there. Now she steps up on this puck. She slides her way back, tries to find Potter, but that gets all the way onto her left wing. Marble with another pass through center ice here. Trying to connect to some longer passes. Unable to find some smoothness to those passes, though. Chieftains doing a good job of jumping those passing lanes. Wilkins tied up here along the boards. That one's sent out. Possession turned over here in the neutral zone. Wilkins giving challenge, and now we'll see Robinson pick that up. She gets a pass in. That's into her setter. Headers with the opportunity now. That's Fazio. She's only able to connect the pass there. Wilkins looked like she might open it. Dumped in back to Fazio's stick. Pass out here to the point. And the high slot there from Robinson. She's only able to keep that in. The Chieftains able to turn on that and send that one into centering ice. That's DeCourcy working back, and the headers pick up possession here. That's Grace Robinson on it. 10:47 left here in the second period. Robinson just dumps this in for the exchange. Marble with the substitution in the second period with the long walk to their bench. Robinson plays pass with the defenseman. That's sent one into the near side with the Chieftains pick up possession. They rattle this one up along the boards. That's Ava Bond. the senior starter for the Headers. She jumps back onto this puck. Sends this one forward. Headers able to take advantage of the change here. That's Copeeps looking to dump it in behind. That comes out of the Mulia Russo. She keeps that in. She tries to throw that back in. Go work by the Chieftains. Now Ava Bond picks up possession. She's challenged quickly in the center ice, but she's able to win the blue line. Ava steps up on her right side. She tries to get a quick shot off back in front. Try to be kept in by Amelia Russo there, but the Chieftains able to throw this all the way down. No icing call here. Just under 10 minutes in the second period. Amelia Russo sends one into Copeeps. Copeeps fights with that. She pushes this forward. Now Reese Fabrizio giving chase. That one sent back, picked up by Russo. She plays pass with Bond there, and Bond able to find Gwen Potter coming off the bench. Potter's able to win the blue line. Good poke check there by the Chieftains. They push this one out. Marblehead will reset. Pass there looked like it hit something off the boards. That finds some air. Now tied up under the Chieftain there. Dumped in by Marblehead. Potter driven chase, and she looks to work away physically. Sent in along back here. That's Reese Fabrizio. She sends one in behind the net, and now Russo picks up on the far side. She sends a wrister towards net, blocked in front by the Chieftains. Second attempt there. That's wrapped up by Truly. Down under 9 minutes here. Headers still leading 1-0. Sophomore Fazio in the face-off circle. She pushes this one forward, giving chase to it. Chieftains picking up possession here, trying to work with it out their stick instead of just clearance, and Wilkins pushes forward. She tries to put some pressure on. Brought onto the near side. Possession won there by the Headers. In front, centering pass. Looked like they had opportunities. That slap shot in front, second bad backhander. Poked away by the Chieftains there. Good opportunity for the Headers. Tied up and behind. The Chieftains unable to get a clearance there. Now they look to work one. They find a pass to the near side. That's Kaylee LaCole, so she works through into the Headers zone. It's on her left side, her centering pass. No challenge for the Headers defense as Conley picks it up. But turnover forced there by the Chieftains, and they'll keep it in. That's Lynn there. She dumps that one in. Chieftains get a centering pass, and that comes all the way on the near side. Too strong in that as they crosses the blue line. Samantha Conley happy to just dump this one in behind. A couple passes there. Waldman able to get the clearance there. Dumped in by the Chieftains. Chieftains just send this one up in front. Poked away by Ferrazio. Puck tied up here. Conley looks to send one up the boards. Little over 7 minutes here in the second period. That one comes out in front. Picked up in the slot. No shot there from the Chieftains. Good work by Headers. That centering pass comes in front. And that's Wilkins. She'll send this one all the way down. We'll see an icing called. So Marblehead just unable to get a clearance there. Facing the high pressure of the Chieftains. But good work from the Headers defense as they were unrelenting. I don't think the Chieftains were able to get a shot there. Face-off comes down. That's Addie Copeeps. Copeeps swings on that, gets that cleared off the blue line. Fighting for it on the ground is Waldman. Comes onto the near side. Gwen Potter sticks it, pokes at it. She's able to pick up possession. She sends one onto the far side. Headers unable to keep possession. The Chieftains win the zone. They try to push one onto the, looked like they had a loose teammate there. Unable to connect to the pass there. Gwen Potter played well in the poke check. And that's loose in front of the high slide. Chieftains look like they might have a shot. Good work from the Headers defense, and now they get the clearance coming out to center ice. Leona Magnus with it. She sends one up along the boards. Picked up by Robinson. Kept in there by the Chieftains. Tied up in neutral ice there. We see Magnus pick it up as she turns on that. Marblehead looking to take advantage on the exchange there. But the Chieftains able to send this one deep. And the icing called. Tad under 6 minutes here in the second period. Marblehead with an offensive zone face-off. Potter with another win. Comes out to the point. Amelia Russo able to keep that in. She sends one in behind. Chieftains able to get the clearance. That one sent deep, and we'll see no icing called. Ava Bond picking up possession. She's challenged quickly. Centering pass by the Chieftains. They get a pass here that finds the back of the net. Just gets loose behind Ferrazzo. Ava Bond unable to connect the pass with her teammate behind the net there. Goer from Maddie Dupuy. She jumps on it, finds a centering pass to her teammate. And just enough behind that leaks behind Ferrazzo and gets in. And we're tied up here in the second period. 5.5 minutes remaining. Look like Haley McNamee for the Chieftains. Number 21. Assist from Dupuy. Puck drops here at center ice. We have a 1-1 game. Waldman finds a pass to the far side. Lily unable to keep down the sticks, but she puts the pressure on. Looking to force the turnover here in the offensive zone. Tied up along the boards here. Poked out by Fazio, but the Chieftains able to pick up possession. Now they're working through center ice. They'll push this across the blue line, unable to connect the pass there as Conley picks up possession. She sends one up all across the boards. Chieftains putting some pressure on, keeping in the defensive zone of the headers. Evelyn Morgan throwing this one up against the boards again. Now Avery DeCourcy on it. She tries to skate around one defender, but that just skirts off the boards. Now we see Viola Fazio. And good pass in there as William Wilkins comes through center ice. She works with speed. She's able to win the blue line. It's on her right side. She got a teammate on the far side. Can she get a centering pass? Wilkins tied up there. We see a delay penalty. And with 4 minutes remaining here in the second period, Marblehead will go in the power play. Wilkins able to earn her third foul against, giving her team the third power play of the game. Marblehead unable to connect on the first two opportunities. Chieftains doing a good job on the power play kill. The headers will talk this over, and they'll send Gwen Potter into the face-off circle. Love to see a goal here on the power play from Marblehead as they win the face-off. Puck sent in behind. Chieftains look to just clear this, and they'll get a long clearance. That one sent deep against the boards. Big bounce here for Russo. So we have about 4 minutes left here in the second period. She pushes this into the Chieftains zone. Looks to give a challenge behind the boards. Picked up by Schumacher. Center pass comes here, backhand. Loose puck in front still. Amelia Russo picks up possession here in the point. She throws one up along the boards. That's Jane Wallman gets the centering pass, comes out to the point here. Slap shot taken. Looked like it had a person in front, but that will go up and behind the netting. We'll see a face-off here, 3 minutes and a half in the second period, 1.5 left on the power play. Good shot there by Paige Wallman. She lines that slap shot up. Got a lot behind that. Looking for the deflection in front, but deflected up and wide into the netting. Face-off tied up 1 and sent off to the point. This is Russo on it. Russo finds Potterstick. I remind Laura Dawn. Laura finds her teammate. Wallman sends a wrister. Deflected back up into the netting by Chuli. Number 16, Paige Wallman for the headers. A couple nice shots there. Putting some muscle behind that. Both of them deflected by Chuli into the netting. Potter on the faceoff comes out to Waldman. Waldman finds Russo. Russo sends a wrister in front. Loose puck. Second attempt. Wrapped up by Chuli again. Good offensive power play for the headers here. 3 or 4 shots already. A minute remaining on the power play. Marblehead looking to break this open and jump out in front again. The sophomore Copeeps here. She wins that faceoff, sends that front. Now Schumacher looks to get the clearance. Glove down by Russo, but picked up by the Chieftains as they come through center ice. Dislodged by Russo and Waldman. Wilkins putting pressure here. Schumacher swims behind her own goal. She stands over it. She dances on it. Pressure by the headers. Wilkins able to dislodge that set. Conley centering pass onto the stick. Unable to get a pass over the headers. Now Russo stands over it. Pass to the point, Waldman. Waldman on the right side. She steps up. Her shot. Glove down by Chuli. Set down Russo, unable to keep that in. Chieftains able to get the clearance here. Just a few seconds remaining on the power play. 2.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Russo finds her captain, Dolan. Waldman on her left side, her backhand. She gets the centering pass. Alone, the pass there. Oh, unable to connect with Copeeps. It looks like she had an opportunity. The Chieftains send this one long. They're off the power play and nice and called. Addie Copeeps with a great opportunity there. She steps up on that loose pups. Tried to bury that. Unable to get much behind it. Truly able to get the blocker save on that. Just a tad over 2 minutes here in the second period. Marblehead with another offensive zone face-off here in this second period. Tied up off the face-off. This is Potter giving chase behind the net. Go work from Copeeps there. But the defense for Marblehead unable to keep that in as the Chieftains send this long. We'll see another icing called. The headers will send a new unit on. As we see Viola Fazio step up and take the face off. See the defensive pairing of Russo and Waldman again. Comes out to the point. Waldman unable to keep that in. Page sends a backhand pass along center ice. Go work by Russo. She ties that up, but Schumacher pushing it into the headers defensive zone. Sent in behind for Wilkins. Wilkins challenged. Now Waldman sends a wrister forward. That's gloved down by Chieftains. But Header's able to jump on that in the center zone. Now they're in it. Backhand there. Quick pass there. Unable to get through, but saved by Chuli. Good work for the Headers there. Just another shot on goal here in the second period. About 60 seconds left. Ooh, that's tied up along the inside of the net there. But good work by Russo. She stayed composed and pokes that out. Headers getting the clearance. Chieftains able to connect through centering ice. Get a pass here on the left side. Centering pass comes through. Unable to connect with any other red jerseys. About 40 seconds left here in the second period. Puck coming through center ice. That's Copeeps. Loose puck picked up here by Schumacher. Copeeps putting some physical challenge here. She keeps this lodged into the offensive zone. Puck up high here through center ice. Penalty here on Addie Copeeps with 19 seconds left in the second period. Chieftains will get their first power play opportunity. In the last game we did, where Marblehead played Gloucester in a 4-0 loss, they let up 4 goals. They did get on the power play 7 times. Quick shot there off the power play, the face-off. Few seconds remaining here. Schumacher's one-timer. Blocked there by the defense. Wrister set up in front. That's over the net. Centering pass. Oh, scored by the Chieftains. Centering pass in front of the low slot. Chieftains able to step up and get it wrapped out around Farazio, and they score in the power play. Their first and only opportunity with 6 seconds remaining in the second period. The Masco takes the 2-1 lead. Unfortunate there for Marblehead, who's really had the offensive opportunities this whole second period. Taking a lazy penalty call here at the end of the second period. That will cost them the lead in this game. Center and pass comes through to the Chieftains. And the buzzer sounds, and that's the end of the second period with a score of the Masconomet Chieftains 2, your Marblehead Headers 1. We'd like to remind you that MHTV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you are enjoying this production on MHS Sports MHTV, please consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button. Stay tuned for the third period. Welcome back, everyone, here to the third period between the visiting Masconomet Chieftains and your hometown Marblehead Headers. Score coming into the third period is Masco 2, Marblehead 1. Masco finding the late goal there in the second period on the power play. Just a few seconds into the man advantage were they able to find the back of the net. Which was unfortunate for Marblehead, who spent most of that second period in the offensive zone. Quite a few different opportunities to find a goal themselves, but Masco able to take the fortunate advantage and take the 2-1 lead here. And with that, puck drop here in the center of the ice, starting the third period. Amelia Russo pushed back in her defensive zone, which will pick up possession. She comes onto the near side. Challenge from the Chieftains, who were able to keep it in. Comes around for Fazio. She takes that loose puck in front of the net. She works it onto the near side. Now we see Cassandra Aceto winning the blue zone. It's on her left stick. She twirls on that one. Works it into the corner here. Puck tied up now by the Chieftains. The Headers picking it up, but another loose puck. Now the Chieftains able to jump out in transition here with the long pass cross ice. Good work by Ava Bond. She's able to dislodge that. Amelia Russo picking up the loose puck. The Headers get the clearance here. That's Evelyn Morgan, but that's blocked in by the Headers. Now the Chieftains will have to work all the way back into their zone to pick this possession up. Puck comes into the center ice. Look at the turnover there, but Waldman unable to jump on that. That comes through. Pass comes into here to Kaylin LaClose. She sends it into the defensive zone of the Headers. We see Conley work her way back. She leaves it for Copeeps. Copeeps is tied up. Tied up in the skates of Conley there. And comes in out Waldman. Sets all the way back to the corner here. This is Schumacher. She's able to push it out to the point. Wrister sent in and looked at a deflection in front. Chieftains had a loose jersey in front, but unable to get the connection home. Ferrazzo was able to keep that out of the net. Puck tied up still here in the corner. Sent all the way around. Chieftains try to keep that in. They're only keep that on the side of the blue line. Marblehead able to get the reset. Now the Chieftains working through the slot. That's shot from the high point. Stick save by Ferrazzo. She just keeps that past the post. Clearance here from Marblehead. Stick down by the Chieftains around center ice. As they work their way into the defensive zone of Marblehead on the right side, up in the high point. Loads up that wrister, sent in, blocked in front. Second shot comes across the crease. Another one sent in behind. This is Wilkins able to get the clearance here. Now loose puck into space here for Conley. She's able to race onto this one. But the Chieftains pick up possession behind their net. Send this one forward. Good work by DeCourcy as she keeps this in. Pinned up along the boards here. That one's pushed in, challenged by Potter. Potter ties this one up. Now we see that one come back in, sent in by Waldman. Isabella Lynn sends this up along the boards. The Chieftains able to get the clearance here. But Waldman jumps up on this along center ice, and she dumps this one back in. Headers coming up to the near sides. That rings all the way around. Pushed in by Brewitt. Now we see DeCourcy pin that up along the boards with her skate. She tries to punch this one up forward. Exchange and the loose puck's picked up by the Chieftains, and now they work their way out of the defensive zone. That's Maddie Dupuy. Dupuy pushes the blue line and dumps this one in behind. Pass out to Wilkins on the near side. Wilkins finds her teammate. That's Vera Conley. Headers use this opportunity to get some substitutions. Chieftains dump this one in. That's Russo picking it up. She sends it up along the boards looking for her teammate, Fazio. Loose puck picked up by Fazio again here. Now she'll work in transition. She's got a couple jerseys with her. She wins the blue line. Coming up along her right side. She's trying to get a centering pass here. That's sent in behind the net. This one will come all the way in. Russo picking up. Her wrister sent in. Blocker saved by Shulia. Header spinning on this one, left out there. Bond sends one in off the post. That's still left alive there by the Headers. That was Ava Bond. She loaded up on that wrister. Unable to get that on the right side of the post. That tings off of it. Sent in behind. Headers picking up possession here behind the net. Just over 10, a centering pass. Blocked by the defense of the Chieftains. But they pick it up. That's Copeep. Looked like she got truly out of position there. Copeep still with it behind the net. Centering pass. One-timer for Wilkins. She's putting the chase in here in the corner. That comes out to Russo. Chieftains able to get the clearance here. Ava Bond picks it up around centering ice. Marblehead take this opportunity. Just under 10 minutes here in the third period for the substitution. And the Chieftains send this one long. We'll see an icing called. Go work from the Headers there. Multiple shots on net. One that ringed off the post from the senior Ava Bond. The defenseman stepped up, loaded that wrister, but unable to find the back of the net. Tad under 10 minutes here in the third period. Potter steps up, wins that faceoff, teed up in the middle, the high slot, one-timer, blocked by the defense of the Chieftains. Another wrister sent in front, rebound, knocked away by the Chieftains. Picked up here by Marblehead. Good opportunity, couple white, second opportunity there by Truly. She wraps this one up this time. Just under 9.5 minutes. The Headers really pouring on the pressure. Face off here, push forward by Potter. Tied up along the boards, that's Vera Conley. She goes down to the contact there. Chieftains send this one forward. That's Maddie Dupuis. On her left side, she got a teammate. Her wristers wide of the net. Second opportunity comes in. One-timer picked up by Ferrazzo. She'll jump on that one. Marblehead a couple times tonight out of place there. But this time Ferrazzo too much, and she jumps on that puck. Doesn't let up the rebound. Chieftains quick in transition there. You see another face-off one by Marblehead. Push forward by Wilkins. Off the boards to herself. Hits on her right side. She got a teammate in front. One-timer. Saved by Truly. What a save by the Chieftains goalie. Denying Marblehead of what looked like it was surely the tying attempt there. And that one's dumped in. Headers bench getting loud as they thought they had another opportunity to tie this one up. Icing call, and this will come all the way back for the Headers. 8:40 remaining here in the third period. Marblehead continuing this pressure. Sophomore Vazio in the face-off. She sends this one across. Headers unable to connect here as the Chieftains work through center ice. Turnover picked up. This is Wilkins on it. She sends a cross-court pass to her teammate, Aceto. Poke check there for the Chieftains. Takes that away from Cassandra. She works in the offensive zone, dumped it behind. Number 23, Robinson picking up possession here. She sends one up along the board. Looking to connect with Aceto. Loose puck pushed forward there by the Headers. Contact between two teammates there, Potter and Aceto, but Copeep's here on her right side. She spins on it. Waits for her teammates. Sends this up behind the boards. Aceto tries to find her teammate Potter, but that gets knocked up in the air, and the Chieftains able to work for it. Good work by DeCourcy. She leaves her sticks out there and wins that and pokes that one away. Now we see the Headers working out of the defensive zone. Comes on to the near side, that's Layla Dulac. She's unable to pick up that pass. Pushed away by Schumacher. Now Schumacher will dump this one in behind. This is Ava Bond. Works it to Russo. Kept in by the Chieftains here. Chieftains dump it back on in behind. Ava Bond putting pressure on here. Maddie Dupuis is able to get loose here. Chieftains unable to get a shot there. Onto the backhand of Schumacher. She works her way in around the slot. Her backhand clears pass. Second attempt there. Poked up and loose. Over the net there. Schumacher picks it up again on the backhand. Now the header is able to look like get a clearance there, but they're not able to do so. That shot attempt wide left. Conley on it. Kept in again by the Chieftains. Bond dumps this one in behind for her teammate Russo. Russo looks to push this one to Dulac. Dulac finally able to get the clearance here for the headers. But the Chieftains able to jump on the neutral zone, but a little quick there. As they were late to exit the offensive zone, there was Kayla Lacoste, and we'll see offensive zone or offside called there on the Chieftains. 6.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Marblehead with a couple minutes of pressure there. They had to play some defense there for the last couple of minutes, and now they'll skate over into the offensive zone as we see Fazio step up into the face-off circle. Face-off sent across the ice, picked up by the Chieftains, and they'll send this one long. Picked up around center ice by Russo. She sends up along the boards, picked up by Aceto in the offensive zone. She's loose, looked like she might have an opportunity on the left side there. Now Russo sends one to Waldman. Waldman dumps one in behind. This is Wilkins giving chase. She's able to turn this puck over. Comes out to the point here. Waldman on it. She sends a wrister in front. Deflection. Looked like it was going to get across. Might have had a backhand opportunity for the headers. But unable to connect there. And now the Chieftains able to get a clearance here. This is Vera Conley. Good poke check by her. She dislodges that puck. And now we see Dolan step up. This is Cassandra Aceto on her left side. Dominant hand. She sends a wrist in front. Loose puck. Unable to get cleaned up by the headers there. Conley's able to keep it in. But looked like her sister might have had an opportunity to just one-time that home. Back onto Cassandra's stick. She leaves it for Potter. Potter dumps one in behind. Chieftains unable to get the clearance. Kept in by Conley. Second attempt. Good work by the headers. Wrapped up, and now the Chieftains will clear this long as we tick under 5 minutes here in the third period. Icing called. Headers continuing the fight here. Potter, Dulac, and Conley, the one-timer. Rebound in front. Potter, second attempt. Another opportunity, loose puck, and it finds the back of the net. And Marblehead ties it up here in the third period. Potter, Dulac, and Conley combined in front. Rebound after rebound opportunity, and they finally find the back of the net there. We tie it up with just under 5 minutes here in the third period. Great effort from that line all night, and they're finally able to put one home. And we're tied up here in the third period. Marblehead, all that effort they've been putting over the last 15, 20 minutes. Finally able to net one. Loose puck here in front. Ferrazzo able to keep that. Another pass comes across the crease. Chieftains looking to answer quickly. Now Marblehead pushes forward. This is Aceto in the center of the ice here. Puck dislodged by the Chieftains. Now she works through a couple red jerseys. Still with it. She'll dump this one in long. Wilkins giving chase. She'll try to pin this up along the boards. Sent in back behind. Aceto picks it up. Backhand to Russo. Russo unable to keep that in. Now she's challenged from behind by Ford. She works it to her teammate Bond on the far side. Wilkins spinning on tied up as the Marblehead looking to get a substitution on there. Tad under 4 minutes here in the third period. Score tied up now. Poke check there by Potter. Potter with it on her left side. She pushes forward. Her shot tied up behind the goalie. Loose. She finds the rebound. Center pass. The shot attempt blocked there by Trulli. Comes out to the point. Waldman works it in behind. Russo here in the center of ice. She steps forward. She's fighting for it now. Potter alone. She tries to get a shot down to one knee. Sends one forward. Gets it behind there. Dulac might have had an opportunity. Now the Chieftains send this one forward. Now Russo's going to have a one-on-one opportunity. A good poke check by there. She says nothing for the Chieftains. She finds Potter on the near side. Potter to Dulac. Dulac pushes this into the offensive zone. We see Conley fighting for it on the blue line. Now the Chieftains are going to work through neutral zone. Conley puts a pass over to Waldman. Waldman pushes forward to Vera Conley. Now the Chieftains turn around on it. Kept in here, Potter. Left side. Her pass doesn't get very far, so it's cleaned up by Ella Belikwa. But she's tied up there in the corner by Conley. Comes up here, loose stick by the Chieftains. Sent in back by Vera. All the way to her sister Nola there. And she continues all the way, and now the Chieftains will pick it up. 2 minutes left here in the game. Comes onto the near side. Vera Conley, good work by her. As the Chieftains had a 2-1-1 opportunity. That's dumped in, tied up along the net. Good composure there by Paige. And she pushes forward. Marblehead might have an opportunity here, but Cito unable to get to that loose puck. And an offside's called. Minute 47 left here in the third period. Marblehead continuing to apply the pressure. Not happy with just the equalizer. They want the game winner. Face-off comes here in neutral ice. This will be sent in, but Russo picks up possession. Marblehead able to get this one out. That's Fazio fighting for it. She dumps this one in behind. Minute 30 left in third period. Schumacher coming through. She loses the puck. Picked up by the headers. That's Fazio with it. She's working with the Cito. Loose in front. Wilkins, her shot off the crossbar there and into the net. Wilkins in the high slot on the right side. Thought she was going to find it home on the right shoulder of Chuli there. But Chuli shrugs it off and sends it into the netting. We'll see another face-off in the offensive zone for the headers. Minute 16 left in the third period. But before that, we'll see a timeout here. I think the timeout called by the headers. Closely fought battle between these two teams. All three periods have been a great matchup. Both teams trading blows. Masco able to jump out in front at the end of that second period. Marblehead unhappy with their play there, as they thought they should have won the second period. Continuing that effort in the third period, keeping that fight on. Giving a big cheer here as they break that timeout circle. Marblehead, plenty of opportunities, just looking to find that one to bury home. Wilkins right there with the wrister. Her shot deflected to the netting. That leads to the face-off we see here. Potter, Dulac, and Conley. Line resulted in that goal that tied it up, and they get an opportunity. That's Dulac in front. Russo, wrister in front, blocked down, rebound, picked up by the Chieftains. Timer winds down to a minute here in the third period. This is what's sent it behind. Russo giving chase. She finds Dulac here. Chieftains able to keep that one, and they send it back in for Russo. Russo sends it back in, and the centering pass comes through. Now push forward. Might be an opportunity for the headers. Dulac picks it up. She pushes this forward. 40 seconds left here. Russo on it. She passes this to herself, dumps this back in, but doesn't get very far. Now she'll pick up possession here. 30 seconds left here in the third period. Good poke check there by Dupuis. Now Dupuis with the opportunity on her right side. Her wrister doesn't get much behind that. Centering pass comes here, unable to get a connection there. And now sent forward by Dulac. 10 seconds here in the third period. Marblehead substituting. 5 seconds, 3 seconds. Opportunity there, but the buzzer sounds. And at the end of the third period, we have not seen enough hockey. Marblehead 2, Masco 2. Great play between these two, and we'll need some more time to decide it. And after 3 periods, it was not enough to decide the matchup between these two teams. And the power rankings separated by 1/10 of a point. And after 3 periods, separated by 0 goals. As it's 2-2 here, we head into overtime. 4-on-4 action between these two teams. Marblehead finding the equalizer with 3 minutes left there. This is Fazio tied up along the boards there by Schumacher. Wilkins comes to freeze her. Fazio tries to get a shot, and that's going to be picked up by Chuli. She'll just wrap this one up, let it go to the face-off. Marblehead, high pressure, high intensity all night. Had plenty of opportunities to win this. Looking to keep that pressure and find the winner. Face-off won by Potter, comes out to the point. This Waldman, she's unable to connect with this. And she'll just dump that one in behind. That'll be sent all the way around to Schumacher. She'll look to get the clearance there, but good work by Conley keeping that in. Now Potter picks up, she spins on it. On the left side, she tried to get a centering pass. Unable to connect there. And now Schumacher able to just dump this, but looked like she was going to get the clearance, but now she does. Waldman will work her way back. She finds Aceto. Aceto pushes one forward to Potter. Unable to connect there. And now we see Dupuy pushing. Dupuy on the right side, her wrister. Saved by Ferrazzo. That was Conley for the Chieftains there. But this is Gwen Potter for the headers. On the backhand. Centering pass. Second attempt there. Nothing there for the headers. And now they'll move the way. That's Conley finding her teammate. Teammate calling for it. That one's still loose there in the slot. Comes all the way behind. Russo picking up. Short backhand will come onto the near side, out to the point. Chiefs is picking up now. Russo able to push this out for the clearance. Schumacher picking up possession at center ice here. She tries to dangle across a couple players, and Aceto able to poke that one free. Now Schumacher challenger. Russo, her wrister. That one saved by Ferrazzo. Schumacher again with some stick work. Seen that a couple times from her tonight where she just takes it along around the goal. Now we see Cassandra Aceto with it. Onto her weak side. She battles up along the boards. Sends this one in behind. Chiefs is looking to pick up possession, and they do. They'll clear this one on the near side off the boards. Russo picking up possession. Tries to connect with Fazio, but now it's Russo winning the blue line. She'll spin on this. Able to keep this in, and this one was sent in deep to Wilkins. All the way around the boards here. Just over 2 minutes left here in this overtime period. We'll see this wrapped up. Picked up by the Chieftains. Unable to clearance. Wilkins tries to get a center back. She does. Potter will shift off. Wilkins shot. Off target there. Comes in. Wilkins down on her left side. Backhand. Finds Potter. Out to the point. Waldman with it. Waldman able to dump it back into Gwen. Schumacher spins on that and gets the Chieftains working. Connects with her teammate through center ice. Good work by the captain, Waldman. She pokes that one free, but Chieftains able to dislodge it in the neutral zone. And they step forward. That's Kaylee Lacoste. She comes around. Her backhand. Can she finish it? And she does. Kaylee Lacoste in overtime. Gets it to her backhand. Finds the back of the net. Gets it around Ferrazzo. And the Chieftains find the winner in overtime here. And that's the game with the final score of Masco 3, Marblehead 2. Hard-fought battle between both these teams. Marblehead definitely upset with that result, as they definitely had plenty of opportunities to find the back of the net here. But they give up the overtime winner to the Masco. Be sure to stay tuned, because when we return, I'll announce the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Tonight's Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game is Gwen Potter. Gwen Potter, the center for the Marblehead Headers, had a great night in the face-off circle. She's shown great opportunities the last couple of games, winning a huge percentage of her face-off opportunities. Her line was responsible for that second goal that tied it up between these two. She definitely was a force out there, showing the opportunity, leadership skills, keeping that high intensity, getting her girls moving forward, and creating lots of opportunities. Unfortunate result for Marblehead. Congratulations, Gwen Potter, from the Marblehead Sports Shop and MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner and bringing you the Player of the Game award. And we'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner and bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Once again, the final score, Masconomet Chieftains 3, Marblehead Headers 2. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jacob Wicker. Thanks for watching.